This is part 2 of how to play the Live Aid version of Bohemian Rhapsody, where I show you exactly what Freddie Mercury played. In the last lesson we finished off with this. The first phrase we're going to learn today goes like this. I'm going to call this the F walk down, just like we have our C walk down. We've now got our F walk down. So we're going to start with our left hand, F in the bass. Our right hand's going to play F and A flat together. Then we play just the F, and then we've got F and A flat together again. So we've got together, just the F, then together. Then we move to E and A flat with E in the bass. Then we're going to play E flat and A flat with E flat in the bass. And after we've played that, we're going to play the E flat again. So we have F, E and A flat, E flat and A flat. Play the E flat again. Then we've got D and A flat. Playing D again, just like with the A flat, with D in the bass. So we've got F, E, E flat, D with the B flat. Now we can move on to the second phrase, which goes like this. And there's two ways that you can play it, one like that or like this. Just depends on what the left hand is playing. Now in our right hand we're going to play two different chords. We're going to have a B flat major starting first time. We're going to have B flat, D and F, which we're going to play with our B flat in our left hand. So we've got B flats in our left, B flat, D and F. Then we're going to play this upper B flat note. And we switch this B flat here for the one up here, so an octave above, which gives us D, F and B flat, which we're then going to play twice. We're then going to play the B flat up here again. So we've got then we go back to the first chord, the B flat, D and F, which we also play twice. Then that B flat again. Then we're going to play the second chord, which is a B flat dominant 7th chord, which is going to have D, F and A flat, keeping the B flats in our left hand, which is also going to be played twice. So the first chord is once, then we have twice, twice, and twice. Now the two ways that you can play it is your left hand kind of keeps a 1, 2, 3, 4. And our right hand's going 1, and then if I count the left hand as well, we've got 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Second option is you just have this B flat, follow the right hand. So all together with the F walk down. Our next phrase goes like this. Our So what we have here is the same E flat pattern that we had in the last lesson, where we play the E flat octaves in our left hand while our right hand goes G and B flat together. Then we play just this E flat here, then back to the G, B flat, and this time we're going to incorporate this octave E flat up there. Except this time we're just going to leave it at that. We're not going to do a third one like this. We don't need that last one of those, we just need this. Because now what we do is we keep this B flat, but we move down to D, while our left hand also moves down to D. What we do now is we move, our next chord is going to be that B flat major inversion, where we've got B flat, F and D starting on that D. So we've got D in our left hand, D, F, B flat, and we play the F and B flat together. D, do that again. Then we do that same pattern again, except with a C minor chord. So we got C in the bass, E flat and G together, C, E flat, G, C. Then we've got A flat minor, which is A flat in our left hand. Our right hand is going to play A flat, B, and E flat. A flat, B, E flat. We're just going to hold on that chord. So all together we have this. And the second last phrase that we need to learn is this little blues lick, I'm going to call it. So it's kind of like an E flat blues walk down, where we've got E flat in our left hand and we start with this E flat major chord, beginning with the G and B flat. We're going to arpeggiate the E flat major chord, so we're going to spell out each of the notes. E flat, G, B flat. And we're now going to do this little sequence. Where we're going to start with A flat and C together. This is all with E flat in the octaves as well. So we're going to play the A flat and the C together, then E flat by itself. Now we play B flat and G together. Back up to the E flat. Then G flat and A. Back to the E flat. Then we've got F, A flat, back up to the E flat. So once more it was A flat and C, then G and B flat, G flat A, F and A flat, all with E flat in our left hand, beginning with that E flat major chord. And that is when we finish the first half of the verse. So the way that the verse works in Bohemian Rhapsody is you split it into two, and that little blues lick is what kind of bridges it together and separates the first from the second half of the verse. And in terms of structure, the way that we look at it is the first half of the verse is everything that you've just learned. So it's all of part 1 and part 2. Which means you start with the B flat major crossover. You work all the way through, you've got your C walk down and your E flat major, all the way until you get to this bit. When we then begin the second half of the verse, what we do is play all of part 1 again, and what we then do is play the majority of part 2 all the way through up until we get to this E flat chord. Up until we get to there. Now what we usually do is play that C minor like this, to the A flat minor, to the blues lick, but what we're going to do instead is jump straight back into the C minor crossover. So it will be like this. And you repeat that all the way through until you get to that section again. When you do it a second time. And that, of course, is where it gets a little bit different. So we play everything that we've learnt part 1 and part 2 up until the blues lick. When we then restart and play all of part 1 again and the majority of part 2, when we get to this bit, we go back into the crossover bit. Then we play it all the way through again up until we get to that bit a second time when we go back. This time when we get back to this F walk down, we're going to do this instead. And that's when the operatic section kicks in, but of course they didn't play that at Live Aid. The new phrase that we've got sounds like this. And what we have is our F walk down, straight down to that D flat rather than to the B flat to make sort of a dramatic key change. And in our right hand we're going to have D flat, F and A flat, with D flats in our left hand. What we do is we play the D flat chord all together. Then we do the inversions. We switch this D flat here for the one up here, just like we did for E flats. So we go with the D flat up here where we've got F, A flat, D flat, which we play twice. Then you're going to play your left hand D flat again with just this D flat note here with your right. You then go C, B in your left hand. So you go from the D flat to the B. In your right hand you're then going to play this upper chord again, the F, A flat and D flat. So all together. And we finish off by going B flat in our left hand, then D flat by itself, this one again here, and then we've got an A major chord. A in the bass, A, technically C sharp, but D flat again, and E. And you can add this upper A over here at the octave. So all that together with the F walk down. What I would recommend you do now is go and watch my cover of Bohemian Rhapsody at Live Aid and follow along just to see where all the different parts go together, specifically when you need to repeat that crossover section. And, just following along will hopefully make it easier for you to learn and perfect this song. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, and thank you all so much for watching.